Wow, I just noticed how bad this shirt does on camera, so we'll try to keep this face-to-face part of the video as short as possible. First off, hello, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. We recently rolled over the 100,000 subscriber milestone, and so I'm going to be doing a quick giveaway video, but not today. That's another video coming hopefully later in the week, waiting for things to show up. I actually want to have items in hand before I schedule a giveaway, so that's coming. However, about a year ago, Apple unveiled a new pair of wireless headphones, and I was kind of dying to get my hands on them, but I couldn't justify the price. When they were released, they were $350. But like the Beats X earbuds that I made a video about a year ago or so, they've got the Apple W1 chip in them, which works really well with iOS devices. You just turn it on and it connects automatically. Really cool stuff. And I do still use and love the Beats X wireless earbuds. But like I said, I was wanting to try out the headphones, active noise canceling, over-ear headphones, something really good for work. And so when I saw them go on sale recently, they were $350 when they came out. They got down as low as $199. I managed to get them for $213 on Amazon. I had to go for it, and so obviously here they are. These are the bright red Beats Studio 3 Wireless headphones. Taking a quick look at the back of the package so you can see some information about them. They are over-ear wireless headphones. They come with a carrying case, wireless Bluetooth. It has pure adaptive noise canceling. There is an ANC off for low power mode. It has up to 22 hours with ANC turned on and 40 hours with ANC off. You can get 3 hours of playback time for just a 10-minute charge, control your music and manage calls, and it does have a built-in microphone. The one downside that I'm seeing to this just immediately, you can probably see it down here. You hold it up there and make it a little easier to see. That's micro USB. Now the Beats X wireless headphones, the earbuds that I've got, those charge over Lightning, and it's so convenient to be able to use the same cable for the iPhone as for the Beats X headphones, so the fact that these are micro USB feels like a massive step back. I do have a feeling they're going to be coming out with another pair of these, probably the Beats Studio 4 Wireless or something, probably in September. And if that happens, I might buy a pair of them, give these away to somebody. That's what I tend to do with headphones. When I'm not using them, when I'm done with them, I give them to friends, to family, to coworkers, or to people that watch my videos. But for today, let's go ahead and open these up, get this shirt off camera. I'll do a quick test with them and then probably take them into work and use them tomorrow as much as I can. See how they work. So let's see. Inside the box. Change the way you hear sound. There is the included carrying case. Very solid, very nice carrying case. There's another tab down here. This would appear to be an audio cable. It says call, so I'm guessing that you hook this up to the phone if your phone has a 3.5mm audio jack, and it should have a built-in microphone. You've got some documentation here, all kinds of Beats documentation and possibly stickers. Yep, big old sticker there. We've got another cable. It says fast fuel, 10-minute charge, 3+ hours of playtime. And if you can see it there, that is just a micro USB to full-size USB cable. Wonder if there's anything special or unique about it. And then finally, there's a carabiner in there. You can kind of see it there. Presumably to hook onto the top of the pouch if you want to carry it around with you, hook it to your backpack or something. I don't know if I would want to hook this to my backpack. That'd be a lot to be kind of swinging around, bouncing off things. Now inside of the carrying case. There we have them. The bright red Beats Studio 3 Wireless. Now that's interesting to see them come out of the package with dented in ear cups. They do kind of puff back up, but yeah, I'm guessing just where it's been in there for so long like this, it's been kind of smushed up. I can only assume just go back and forth whenever you close them up just to make sure that you don't dent one or the other in too much. But you do have markings here on the inside, L and R for left and right. There's a piece of tape here on the outside that says controls for wireless mode, remove by pulling it. But you have volume up, volume down, play, pause, as well as call, answer. Then on the right hand side, there's nothing, but there's a button here that I'm assuming is the power button. And it looks like there are some LEDs, about 5 LEDs below that. And it says charge me up. So this is the micro USB port. Go ahead and remove these stickers. Get everything looking shiny and red. Show off that Beats logo. I don't really care so much about the branding, but as much crap as everybody does tend to give Beats about their headphones, so far I've enjoyed the sound out of them. The same thing out of the Monster headphones. I know, obviously not the same company, but they do have sort of a shared lineage. And I suppose without any further ado, let's just put them on, see how comfortable they are, see if they fit over my kind of large ears. There we go. Well, without being turned on, they do seem to be blocking out a lot of sound. Again, sorry, we're back on this weird shirt, but they feel very comfortable. Just the first couple of seconds I've had them on. Don't know how they'll work over a longer period of time. Boy, that's a bright red color. I mean, obviously I ordered the bright red ones. I expected this, and I do like that bright red color, but just in case you're curious, that's really bright. Wow. That did block out a lot of sound. But that's really bright red too. Let's go ahead and power them on. And I'll have my phone here next to it, so we'll see what happens when I turn them on, if they come on. So I held the button for a second there, they're flashing, and it immediately popped up. It said Beats Studio 3, connect. I seem to remember with the Beats X I had a whole lot harder time with this. But it says 100%, it's done, it's ready to be used. And if I swipe over and look at my battery section, it says Beats Studio 3, 100%. So they're ready to go. And unfortunately, I don't have all of my copyright-free music downloaded onto the iPhone, so I'm gonna have to do it from a YouTube playlist. Normally when I'm testing a pair of headphones, I also tend to play whatever it is that I'm listening to into the overhead microphone. We'll just see how much of it you can hear from my ears, and I'll give you some general impressions on them. Forgot to look in the documentation to see if there's a way to turn off noise canceling, because I don't see a switch or anything. And just looking through this documentation, it does show here switching between pure ANC on and off. To switch it off for low power mode, double press the power button while connected to your device. To turn it back on, repeat this process. So presumably it's on right now, it's active noise canceling, and I can kind of feel that it's on. It's almost like there's something pressed up against me that's not just a pair of headphones. And it went boop boop whenever I double tapped it. I can hear the air conditioner running now. Ooh, I can't hear the air conditioner now. That's neat. It is almost like there's a little bit of white noise though, so my ears are weirdly sensitive, so I can kind of hear that little bit of white noise when I stop talking. But let me go ahead and start some music, we'll see what they sound like. I'll turn it up pretty loud. These get really loud, and I can't tell how loud I'm talking because I can't hear my voice. Woohoo! Can you hear the thumping? I'm gonna turn that back a little bit. It seems really bass heavy though, which I would kind of expect. It's Beats. But the noise canceling doesn't seem to affect the quality of the sound one way or the other. You just hear more background sounds when you have it turned off. So I went back and forth. Lots and lots of bass, heavy, thumpy. Again, it's Beats, you expect that. But the sound quality sounds really nice to me. And again, just to sort of try it out, I'll go ahead and put the headphones up here so you can hear a little bit of what I've been hearing. I do have it turned up very loud. So yeah, very early impressions here. I definitely like the way that they sound. I like that you have a little light up here where you can see how much battery life is remaining. I would try out 3.5mm versus not, but the phone that I'm currently using, the iPhone, doesn't have that. But over the course of the next day while I'm at work and whatnot, I'll definitely be using these with my phone, with my laptop. I usually keep the iPhone and then an Android phone on me. Right now I've got the BlackBerry Key 2 on me, so I'll try that out too. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these into work with me tomorrow, use them all day while I'm at work, and we will see how they do. And just a bit of a quick minor update. It's a couple of days later and I have used these at work quite a few times at this point. I haven't used them for hours and hours on end, but I would say probably 2 to 3 hours at a stretch. And so far I've been very pleased with them. For the price that I paid, I don't know if I would necessarily say they're worth that. I'm definitely going to be keeping them. I'm going to continue to use them because I paid for them, and like I said, I do like them, but if I were going to recommend them to somebody else, at the $350 original price point, I would say that's a really hard sell for me. At the $200 and something price point, the low 200s, if you're looking for a good pair of active noise canceling headphones, these definitely do a great job. The place that I'm working at now, they're constantly pumping in white noise, so you've got this little bit of a hiss in the background all the time. You've also got people around you on phones, having conversations, having meetings, and whenever I put these on and I turn on that active noise canceling, it all goes away. I mean, I can still very barely hear a little bit of something in the background, but as soon as I start playing music or watching something, or not that I'm watching stuff at work, anyway, having something playing in the headphones, I don't hear anything outside. I've had coworkers walk into my cubicle and I haven't heard them. I've actually had to look to see that there was somebody there. I saw a shadow. So these are very impressive in terms of that. Haven't had a great chance to test the battery life yet. I have charged them once, but like I said, I've been using them for 2 to 3 days now, so I just sort of charge them as needed, and they've definitely kept up very nicely. And I've used them both wired and wireless. Again, same difference. They both sound great. I have not, however, used them for making or receiving phone calls. I just don't tend to do that with a Bluetooth headset. If I had to guess, it's probably not all that great. I'm sure it sounds great on this end, but I'd say the microphone is probably not all that amazing. But anyway, if you're in the market for a good pair of Bluetooth headphones, I would say take a look at these. I don't know if I would necessarily recommend paying for them because, again, there will probably be a new version coming in the next couple of months, but I couldn't pass it up. It was on sale, and you gotta love that bright red color. So thank you guys, as always, for watching. Hit the thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel to get notified when new videos do come out, and I'll see you again next time.